Going?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back. This is kind of a different scene than usual, but I thought I'd show you a little bit on Valentine's Day. Me and Al going out and gold panning. Some of you might already know, but I am a geologist in my professional career. Sounds fancy, but I just like gold. Nothing fancy about that. Anyway, so today I brought out some tools, pan, some sifters, some other shit you don't need. Really, you just need this and your bare hands, to be honest with you. All this other stuff's just extra. But coming close here and I'll show you what I got on my first pan. So you get it down to the real nitty gritty. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but anyway, I already checked it for gold. Because I'm a geologist and I have fancy things, I'm gonna use my little guy here. And what I'm actually picking up here is magnetite. All that black crap, see it's stuck that magnet real good? That's a good sign that there's gold here. If you find, the more black sand, the more gold is what I usually find. I'm no expert, but I do like doing this, and that's just what I found through my sites that I've been gold panning, probably like 5 different places now. So anyway, just cut in some videos now of me panning away. See, everyone's got a kind of a flick to the wrist kind of deal, so let's see how this goes. Alright, step one when you show up somewhere in the bush, get a fire going. I don't know, that's just how God made it. So Allie's been chewing away at this. Probably shouldn't even have a fire here, they say, but when you got a girlfriend who's a firefighter, you do whatever they want. And God was so kind that he made some drying racks for us out here. See all these logs up in the bush? It's hard to see, but anyway, idea just like that big guy, but there's just smaller ones around. Place them down. We're using the little shit to warm up the big shit. Easy enough. See if it stays or catches for much. Yeah, and plus I kind of need it. It's hard for you to see, but my one leather glove here is a bit, well, that's all oil from the rigs, but it kind of seals in a bit better. But when I'm panning in the water there, I need quite a bit on my hands to keep it going. So I need to stay warm a bit. Yeah, I'll see how this goes. So the most important part I find about gold panning is choosing your spot. Now you're always going to want to look for a place where velocity suddenly dries off. Sorry if I'm yelling a bit. I think this creek might be a little loud in the recording. So I'm just here right where this bit of rapids just drops off. Now I could have chosen a better spot, but I found a bit of gold here. This will work fine. We're just farting around anyway. We're just having a bit of fun. But if you were to look in, say, look down here where it goes all, you can see there's no speed at all. Chances are you're not going to find anything down there. You want it where the gold could be moved and then suddenly drops. It's so heavy, it's so dense that it's going to accumulate in these little, especially around these bends and these kind of hooks. You can't see it too well here, but anyway, all these rocks are catching on these branches on the edge here. And if you come in here where I've already been digging here, but I got my geo hammer. If you ever met a geologist from Ontario or something, they'd laugh at me for having such a small hammer. But in BC, we can get away with it here. So I'm digging in here, just breaking up this soil, because I'm going to grab it by hand. I want to go in places where the gold's going to get stuck. You see a lot of guys too, they dig up in edges of bedrock. This is loose rock, not bedrock. Bedrock is that. But I'm not crossing the river right now because I got some holes in my waders still. So yeah, I break it up. I got a sifter. I find this just speeds things up for me. Put it on top. I'm gonna grab as much soil as I need. I got a small pan here, so I don't need too much. And we're just showing you guys the ropes. And you can even take the big rocks with you. Sometimes I even dig up these big boulders out of the way because they'll catch gold. We're just thinking with gravity. We're logical and we're thinking about gravity. Next up, we'll go in the creek a bit. It's cold as hell. so I don't like doing this part, but and I'm just rinsing off all that stuff off the big rocks, getting it in my pan. Get rid of that one. Now I'm going to start going through this. And I'll step you through how I do this a bit. I'm shaking the hell out of it because I want all my heavy material and minerals to go to the bottom. So you do that for a bit. Kind of up to you. You learn how, especially depending how fine everything is. Yeah, so get that going. And then it's as simple as this. Now that I got it sorted a bit, you can see on my pan here I got these big ribs and then these little ones. I'm gonna start out with the big ones. And all I'm doing is shaking. It's almost like you want to vibrate the whole time if you could, but it's a bit exhausting. And I'm just getting rid of the light material, the stuff that's not dense. We're just slowly getting rid of material. Now you can do it, some guys will go like this all day long. Slow, slow. Me, I like to go aggressive. I know I'm not gonna get enough gold to buy a house, but I'll get enough gold to laugh about. See these rocks? See, look how easy they come off. Don't be afraid, your gold will stay in there. Now just rinse it off. Once in a while, I like to wash it all down to the bottom again, let it sort out with less material. It's just guaranteeing my gold's in there a bit more. If you got some real big rocks, they can be kind of a nuisance. They have a harder time getting out. But, so we're almost down to what we want. So now that I got so little, I want to make sure I keep all the little guys and get rid of these big guys. So I'm going to switch to my small ribs. Again, and you can even pick them out by hand if you want. Just be careful that you give these little pebbles and stuff a little rinse before you throw them out, just in case there's something on them. Okay, you get down to just the bare bones, and that depends up to you, but now I'm gonna centralize all this into one little pocket. I'm gonna dump out some water, I don't need that much. And I'm gonna start swishing out. This is where you gotta go slow. Swishing them out. You can go sideways like I do, or you can go straight up and down. I like going sideways, it's a bit faster. And we're just scanning to see if we got any gold. I see a few shines in there, but it's not necessarily gold, especially if they move easy. So I got maybe, no, that's not gold. Gold will always jump out at you. It'll almost look ghost-like, but who told me that? It shines without the sun shining on it. That's the best way. Okay, so I'm almost sure I got nothing in there, but I'm just gonna double check. And I don't even want to show you the gold as much as what you might get confused with. So I'll just pan this out one more time. Alright, so we're pretty clean out. But you might see something in there. See, like, look at that one, right? That could be confused with gold. But look how easy it moves. That's not gold. And same with this, see that it was shiny? A lot of that is actually mica. Now mica isn't even a damn, you can look at me. Mica's not even a metal. But it's gonna trick you because it likes to cleave and break. It's called, nicknames the Book of Mica. Breaks in pages almost. So it shines kind of like a mirror. To differentiate between that and gold, first off, look at the color, how it moves. Like you saw how easy that moved. Gold's gonna be more stuck than your magnetite, than that black sand. And also, that mica is gonna be angular. It's gonna break off angular a lot more than gold. Gold coming down this river from a mountain, it's very malleable. It's almost like putty in this world. It's gonna be rounded. It's gonna be an odd shape. It's not necessarily. It's not gonna be a straight flake like that unless it's real small, I find. And this is all coming from a geologist, so you can trust me. Maybe. But I think now we'll just have a few minutes to enjoy a piece of nature, and thanks for checking in. Oh, and don't forget, if she doesn't find you handy, she might as well find you handsome. That's all. I'm gonna make it work with no reflection, because I can't. Okay, so there's our piece of gold right there. Is it reflecting or no?
No.
So you can see it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah, it's got that ghost-like appearance. It doesn't want to move, no matter what I do. Super dense. Obviously, this is worth like 1 cent. This is nothing. But yeah, I thought you guys should see this. And I find a good trick too. If you have sunlight, it really helps. Really reflects nice on there. Brings out that color. But also another way, when I have no water on it, I have a hard time seeing it. But when I got water on it, it kind of pops a lot more. For whatever reason, I wouldn't say it magnifies it, but it differentiates that color a lot more. I'm not totally sure why. But yeah, that's a piece of gold out here.